Even further for 3rd and long. Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The linebacker, Derek Johnson, in on the stop.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point.
Set. Blue 45. Blue 45.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Second down, Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tahir Whitehead coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Third and long, Fitzpatrick following the sack. What can he and the gang come up with? From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. He's going to let this go deep for... And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Gerald McCoy forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. On 2nd down, here's Carr. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they're going to have this one up near the 30-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Carr now on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. As we inch closer to the regular season, I'm just peering down at some of the preseason records. Right now, Ravens 4-0, Bengals, Panthers, Cardinals, all 3-0. I guess my question is, what stock do you put in these preseason records?
Well, the easy answer is nothing because the preseason doesn't really matter. But some organizations do put more stock in it than others. Some of them want to win every preseason game. Others don't worry about that at all. Intel has told me that only one team has won the Super Bowl after going 0-4 in the preseason, and that was in a strike year, I believe, when Washington did it. So for the most part, you just don't want to go winless in the preseason. But remember this, the Browns and the Lions both went 4-0 preseasons, then they went 0-16 in the regular season.
Speaking of winless teams, Eagles and Falcons both winless right now. Could be Super Bowl contenders.
I still think that they're going to be, whether they go winless or not.
It's caught. Nelson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Nelson's first catch. Good for a first down. They go play action here on first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the set.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
And Derek Carr just keeps improving. He can be dangerous not just inside the pocket, but as we see here, outside of it as well.
Kid born in California, played his high school ball in Texas, had quarterback written all over him. And then turn to the power game to try to get in. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Lynch. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. Now this time, Carl throw. The quick slant caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. DeAndre Washington from 3 yards out. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Now it's Nugent out to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. And on the ground they go with a running back. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. Now a second down throw for Fitzpatrick. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. He finds Humphreys. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. It's caught, Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Get set. Hey, we're good.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Dwayne Harris, the intended target, and it's third down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Here now, Johnny Townsend on for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This will be fielded at the 17. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And it's a short kick taken right around the 19. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter three.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now it's a bootleg with Fitzpatrick. Jackson's got it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on second down. Fitzpatrick. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it'll bring up third down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Play action now. Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points?
Break this time. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Throwing now is Carr. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Gerald McCoy in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And this is going to be incomplete. Brent Grimes, the former Pro Bowler, there on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up 2nd down.
Fitzpatrick. Pass incomplete.
But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. But there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Fitzpatrick now. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
It's no good. He missed it. And we will remain tied here in this third quarter. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Down. 580. Hey, 734. Get set.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr, escaping the pressure right. And he'll sling that one in there. Complete to Cooper on a comebacker. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Carr now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
618.
On 1st down, Carr. And that is incomplete here. Cooper was the target there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Get down. Get down.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. The Raiders on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And Cook has it, left side. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Carr. Sliding out of the pocket. And this one's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. To throw on 3rd down. Carr. And he finds Cook. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Lynch, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down, rolling to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. It's the fullback from 8 yards out, and the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Extra point coming now for Nugent. Nugent tacking on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Now it's Nugent out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Fitzpatrick now on 2nd down. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. First down, Fitzpatrick. And a catch right side by Evans. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Force! Set! Move, 45! Move, 45!
The first carry here for Jaquiz Rodgers. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Bucs on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. And this is caught by Jackson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Back to throw. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And now it's 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's back to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Set. Move 45. Move 45.
He'll look to throw. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the 4th. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for 2 and decide it right now.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Flush to his right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Back to throw, Carr. They'll roll him out right. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Evans. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. Cooper was the intended target. Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Fitzpatrick. He sets to fire deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
First down, the run with Lynch. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. So Mike Nugent on now with the game on the line. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Fitzpatrick now after the fumble recovery. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Go, go. Get set, get set.
Carr gives to Marshawn. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Hey, pull down, pull down. Check 43. Cover 0.
Carr to throw on second down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. Carr going to go on 4th down. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Here's Fitzpatrick, and the Raiders have got him. Emmanuel Lamar not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. What can Fitzpatrick do in the OT? Airing this one out for Evans. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Bucs on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 19. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. On 2nd down, Fitzpatrick again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. The Bucs on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, breaking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Second down, Fitzpatrick. And that'll be incomplete. You know they're going to be looking his way in overtime. He's had a fantastic game, but unable to hook up there.
And how many times do we see this situation where they actually complete that pass, and you wonder to yourself, how do you let him get open? How do you not know they're going to go to him? He's a big play guy. In this case, they defended it well and knocked it away.
Now Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime.
And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Oakland, we sign off. So long, everybody.